Made it to a Friday here on In the Weeds. It is February 7th, the first full week of 5 days. 5 days doing this show here on Fightful Overbooked every 10 a.m. Eastern, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We are here. I'm Jeremy Lambert. That is SP3. Joel Pearl's in the chat, but running from the grind and not appearing on this show.
Look at this guy. He could show up in the chat all these days, but he can't show up on camera. What we doing?
Run from the grind. Say he's traveling. Said travel issues. What are you, a wrestler? Travel issues? What is going on here?
He got held up at the airport or something.
Lost his luggage, I assume. That's what typically happens with wrestlers, right? They always get their luggage lost.
This is true.
Joel is trying to use personal reasons. Okay, I can't.
Now this.
Yeah. This sympathetic babyface Joel Pearl over here.
You know, always with the sympathy. He's Canadian. He's Jewish. These are all sympathetic figures to me. So,
well, there's somebody who's making a lot of waves talking about the Jewish community, and fuck that guy.
Oh my god, my missus actually just sent me that. Like, I had missed all of that. I like the fact that my missus can like tell me about stuff now, and I'm just like, I had no idea, and I'm glad I didn't.
I was telling my wife about it. I was like, "Did you see this?" And she's like, "Yeah, weren't you just talking about how good his music is?" I was like, "Well, his music was good
at one time. At one time.
At one time, it was good, but now, I mean, his old music is still good. As a human being, he's god awful. He's god awful as a human being,
and his music hasn't gotten better. So. Yeah.
No, I haven't listened to any of his new stuff. I could not possibly care. After Yeezus, I'm like, I'm done. I'm out on this. I don't need to listen anymore.
He's like, no more of this, please. No more of this.
Guys, leave a thumbs up on the video. If you're here, leave us a thumbs up. Can we get the fireworks on a Friday? There we go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Leave us a super chat. Get your question, comment, statement read on the air. Subscribe to the channel. That helps us out. Tap the bell for notifications. That helps us out. We got 3 shows today. We are overbooked today. We have In the Weeds, which is you're currently listening to. Hello, how are you? We have In the Weeds going on right now. We have Coexisting with Rob and Maggie at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then later on this evening, not exactly sure what time, I think maybe 6:30, but Wrestling Made Me Cry will be on with Kylie and Auntie Collins. They missed last week. They had stuff going on. Super Bowl Sunday is Sunday, so I think they're busy on Sunday. So they're going to do a Friday evening show. So 3 live shows for everybody this weekend.
We don't have any content for the weekend now. Are we doing like interviews. A Super Bowl special?
Well, I got interviews to we got Vinny Pacifico joining us at 11 this morning. So that'll be cut up, that'll be uploaded. Got shorts to upload, and we could take a day off from content. It'll be all right. But there's interviews to cut and upload. It'll be fine. Yes, our new reality show, which will be starting next week, hopefully, with myself, SP3, and our pal Share Delaware. I think we're going to call it Reality Rumble. I kind of just want to call it this is a reality podcast ? And see how that goes.
I love how you always have to go with like the very obscure stuff. I love it.
We have a reality podcast ? That's going to be the name of the podcast instead of the tagline, because Cher said that should be the tagline. We're just going to make that the actual name of the podcast. We have a reality podcast ? See how that goes. That'll start next week. I got to catch up on the challenge. I just started the new rival season yesterday. I did not quite finish episode 1. And then I watched the first bit of Traders. No spoilers, please. I watched the first bit last night. I did not finish it because the Avs game was a late game, and then I was just tired. And I don't know when I'll get to it tonight. I plan to get to it tonight, but tonight's kind of a big night. Chet Holmgren's back. That's all that really matters. Chet Holmgren is back. Shout out to my
biggest acquisition of the trade deadline. Second biggest acquisition.
Technically the biggest. He's the tallest, right? He's taller than everybody.
Second. second. Well, I mean, Luka Doncic is 270 pounds.
True.
I'm just saying that's pretty big too.
Yeah, Chet's got nothing when it comes to the weight. That man is a beanpole out there. Bless. I know about beanpoles, so I can get away calling him that. But yeah, shout out to my lovely wife, by the way. So I was trying to make dinner plans for tonight because of scheduling, and we might have been able to do it on Valentine's Day next week, which is next Friday. I was like, oh, what if we go out to dinner this Friday, this week? And I suggested this earlier in the week. What if we go out to dinner this Friday? She's like, oh, yeah, that sounds good. We can do that. And then Chet gets announced as returning. And I was so excited. I was like, do you still want to go out to dinner? Like, is that okay? And she's like, yeah, we could still go out to dinner. I'm like, okay. And then like, I was starting to get more hype. And I'm like, is it okay if we do like lunch next week or find a different time to go out to dinner? Because Chet's back. And she was very understanding. Bless her. You know, she's amazing. She's perfect. Very understanding that I am excited for this basketball game. And we do have other opportunities to go out to lunch or out to dinner. And it's not actually Valentine's Day. So I'm like, oh, we're not not going out to Valentine's Day. Like, we're still celebrating Valentine's Day. It was just the schedule's kind of aligned where we could have gone out tonight. And look, that might blow up too. So it might be a thing where we might not even be able to go out tonight. But she was very understanding that.
Usually how it happens with kids is like you make plans and then they're immediately messed up by them. You know? Yes,
exactly. You know how it goes.
Yes, I know too well. It's been a while since me and my missus were able to go out on a date. We got 2 4-year-olds, and one is just is a walking hurricane. It's like living with Tasmanian devil.
So yeah, it's tough to make plans, but we tried to, and then it wasn't the kids ruining it. It was me, the giant kid, ruined it. I was like, I'm really excited for this basketball game. Again, very understanding. We will go out to dinner. I got us breakfast this morning, which I kind of do on a lot of Fridays because like, oh, it's Friday. We just deserve something nice for making it through the week. We've made it through this week, and we deserve a nice breakfast, a nice treat for breakfast. So I'll be watching basketball tonight. I don't care about wrestling. Who could possibly care about wrestling? Kim cares about wrestling. She will be at SmackDown tonight. She said she'll put photos in the Discord. Have a good time. Jey Uso is going to be there. Charlotte Flair is going to be there. Cody Rhodes is going to be there. There's going to be no wrestling matches. You're just going to get 3 hours of soap opera and cinema, just the way I like it.
Cinema. Have they announced anything for this show?
That's it. That's all they've announced.
They never announced anything for SmackDown. It's like SmackDown is like ran by Vince or something, because like they just last minute plans all the time, like it used to be during the Vince era. What's going on? It's like it's probably like we're gonna find out like a story years from now that Bruce Pritchard has been producing these 3-hour SmackDowns.
You're gonna get DIY against Motor City Machine Guns. That's what you're gonna get.
I think we get Montez Ford versus Chris Sabin.
Okay, all right. That's not a rematch though. They love their rematches. They gotta do rematches.
We're gonna get Montez Ford versus Chris Sabin, and we'll get Los Garza versus Pretty Deadly. So we'll get the rematch quota, but we'll also continue what happened at Royal Rumble with the Street Profits getting involved and costing Motor City Machine Guns.
All right, I can see that. That does make sense. Who can Nia wrestle that she's wrestled 100 times already? Bailey via the transfer window.
No. Well, Bailey just went through the other way of the transfer window. Cares? So, like, I don't know. Who else has she faced a million times?
Naomi.
Yeah,
they wrestle all the time. Yeah, we're gonna get Nia against Naomi in a never before seen on SmackDown on February 7th match. First time ever these two have wrestled on February 7th.
Very specific first time ever there.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Yes, Charlotte and Jey Uso will be there to build up who will they choose at WrestleMania. I assume Jey is going to like talk with Cody, kind of confront Cody. Yeah. Cody claiming he's been in bed for 2 days. Must be nice, running from the grind. Cody out here as well. Oh, I've been on bed rest for 2 days. Okay. You could
Not like our
stand
guy
tall.
Gunther showed up to work.
Gunther not only showed up to work, but you can stand tall over Kevin Owens' lifeless body and pose and everything. But then, oh, I've been in bed rest 2 days. Kevin Owens showed up on Monday. He lost and still showed up. You won and you've been in bed for 2 days? Weak champion. Weak. Not my champion. Kevin Owens should be the champion. Cowardly Cody. That's what I call him.
Cowardly Cody. I love that. That actually has a ring to it. You start using that on Jensen. And you were wrong. Jensen does think that Cody's gonna retain at WrestleMania.
Jensen thinks he said Cody he said Cody is in for a long title reign. It has been a year. That is a long title reign. What are we talking about?
Roman broke the scale.
He did. That's honestly so sad that Roman broke the scale of like, oh, now it's not a long title reign unless it's 3 years. No. Like 9 months is a long title reign to me.
I'm sorry. Cody, I like him. I think that he's done great in his role. But yeah, there's the but. But let's be real. For a 1-year title run, he's only had one good program.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah. That's it. Like, and before anybody said, well, the AJ matches were good, ask yourself, look in the mirror and ask yourself, were they really good pair of matches or a program? They were just 2 really good matches. That's what they were.
Do you know how long Steve Austin's longest title reign was? He had 6. He had 6 world title reigns, by the way. 6. How long his longest reign
right?
was?
2001.
Yeah. 2001.
So that was from WrestleMania 17 until Unforgiven in September. So that is, I'll round it off because back in those days, WrestleMania used to be the end of March, but I think it was the beginning of February beginning of April for 17. So I'm gonna say that was a 5-month reign.
Okay, this goes by days, but 175 days.
Round
so 5 times 30. Months. Yeah, 5
times. 5-6 months reign. Yeah.
175 days was his longest reign. Do you know how long Triple H's longest reign? Triple H, the guy, the reign of terror, the guy who held the title forever and ever and ever. He had 9 title reigns, by the way. 9. How long his longest title reign was?
It's that awful one from the end of 2002 when he beats Shawn Michaels in 3 Stages of Hell all the way. It really did all the way to Unforgiven 1 month after he should have lost in the Elimination Chamber to Goldberg. That was a 9-month reign that felt as long as Roman's reign.
Yeah, it was 280 days. That was his longest title reign. Even he did not hold the title for a year. Cody has had a long title reign.
Yes.
Anything over 9 months is a long reign to me. I like long title reigns. I think they can be very good. I think they can be very useful. I don't like hot potatoing a title so long. I'm actually fine that Cody has held the title for a year, even though I've wanted him to lose it about 6 months ago. I'm fine that he's held it for a year. That's not what I'm arguing here. I'm arguing that a year is not a long title reign. A year is a very long title reign. That's my argument.
No, I have to agree with you. You are correct that a year is a long title reign, considering the fact that most of us assume that Cody is facing John Cena. John Cena, his longest title reign was 380 days. He held it just over a year. That's his longest title reign. And at that time in 2007, that was considered the longest title reign of the modern era at that point. Before CM Punk had 434 days. So like, yeah, we gotta relax. We we can't. And I know he said, I know Justice said he's going to be closer to 1,000 days than 300 days. I want it right in the middle. How about right in the middle? Right in the middle sounds about right.
How about just end it now? He should lose it tonight. He should just lose it tonight. He comes out and he's banged up still because he's been 2 days on bed rest because he's not a fighting champion like Kevin Owens, who actually showed up on Monday. He comes out. Is Kevin Owens on Raw now all of a sudden? I thought the transfer window closed. Why is he just on Raw? Did we get an explanation for this?
Just gonna show up.
Maybe he made it to Raw. Maybe he's at Raw, you know? So Cody shows up tonight and he's like, so banged up after the Royal Rumble, but I made it through, and now I'm looking at WrestleMania. I've got my eyes on WrestleMania, looking to main event again for a third straight year. And then Jey Uso comes out, and Jey Uso just goes, yeet, and then Cody falls and loses, and Jey wins the title. That's all I want. Don't do a match. I don't care about a match. Cares about wrestling matches. Just yeet him. Yeet him. Jey Uso.
Him to death.
Yes.
Yeet him to death.
Yeet him.
I do love how most of your booking to do with someone dying.
Because we need more of it. We need more of it.
Why do you want people in wrestling to commit murder and to have death scenes and stuff like that? This is weird.
Why don't you want that? That's my question.
Because I like my wrestling with a mix of all of these things. I don't need an overabundance of death and murder. I don't need an overabundance of comedy. I don't need an overabundance of 5-star matches. I just need a good old-fashioned smorgasbord of all of that.
I agree with you, but the problem is they're lacking in the murder department. It's completely lacking. That's why I pitch it so much, because there's not enough of it. So at some point, one of them has got to happen. It got to be true. I get enough comedy. I get enough 5-star matches. Get enough serious angles. Get enough cinema and soap opera. I don't get enough murder. So I'm going to continue to pitch murder until someone delivers. Not you, TNA.
I feel like you only need like one 5-star match like every 5 years. That's enough 5-star matches for you.
I don't want to be the, I've seen the clip going around of like, who cares about 5-star matches from that other morning show? We're better than them. I think that's dumb to be like, oh, who cares about 5-star matches? It's about emotion. 5-star matches can make you feel emotion.
Yeah. Like when I saw that clip, I was just like, I guess he's never saw any of the Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada matches, because I feel that gives me all the emotions, all the stuff that he's talking about that an angle or a promo can give you. I got that from those matches. I got that from just what we were talking about yesterday with
Kenny Omega and Gabe Kidd.
Yeah. Kenny Omega. That gave me all the different emotions. I remember I was on a live stream for the Wrestle Dynasty, and I literally screamed when Gabe Kidd puts on the Cobra Twist. I'm like, Anoki! I felt like I was having an outer body experience. Like it was like all the New Japan in me came out. Like, yeah, I think that's why I said I like a smorgasbord, and I do appreciate that you do too. You do take your time, even though you do put an emphasis on crap stuff like House of Torture. I do appreciate that when a match is objectively great, you say it is, and you compliment it as such, just as in the same way that you would compliment a bad match in a very similar way.
I think it's very dumb to criticize 5-star matches and be like, oh, you keep all your 5-star matches. It's about emotion and all. Because again, a 5-star match can make you feel that. It's a very easy crutch to lean on right now, because the company you're taking that shot at isn't as hot as it once was. So it's a very easy crutch to lean on. We're not going to do that. We're just not. So I love a good 5-star match. Again, I said it on yesterday's show. Give me something that is absolutely spectacular, top of the top, or give me something that is god awful. Because either way, I'm
no
gonna
in
feel
between
with those. No, there's too much in between. Keep your 4-star matches. Okay, I don't want those. I don't want your 4-star matches. Give me your 5-star matches, and give me your duds and your negative star matches. Those are the matches that I want.
You know what I got reminded of? Shout outs to our friends over at Wrestle Talk. They just did worst match ever. They have a series where they go back and watch like some of the worst matches ever. Yeah. Or to you, the greatest matches ever. And they were watching the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match.
Hell yeah.
That gave me some emotions. I was like, what is going on? What is going on? What are we doing? Why are we having a laser tag match?
That match ruled, okay? I owe no slander of that. That match will be forever embedded because I barely paid attention to it as I chugged an entire bottle of Mountain Dew Pitch Black during it.
Did you have a lot of caffeine energy after that?
I had to cover, like, that was Rumble. Like, I had to cover the Rumble that night. So I don't remember how I felt. I think I was feeling pretty awful that night. My wife might text me and be like, yeah, you were like, I think was close to throwing up afterwards. Like, it was like a 40-ounce Mountain Dew Pitch Black that I just chugged. I mean, there's video of it. Video lives out there of me doing this. So that match ruled.
Lives in infamy with everything else that Jeremy has done on this channel. I did like your you clipping my rant of Lil Wayne not being one of the greatest.
Did you like the lighter flicker that I added?
Yes, that was very well done.
I was very proud of that.
Very well done.
I've been very proud of the shorts that I have created recently, just the way I've cut them together and little touches that I've had. Some of them do well, some of them don't do. Like, the algorithm is so weird. Like that one, I didn't expect it to do like a bunch of views because it's a rap short on a wrestling channel. So like it doesn't really fit into what the algorithm does. But I'm always so like, why is this doing like 800? And then why is this doing like 15K? I don't get it at all. I don't understand how it works. The thing I've learned is consistency. And that's what I'm trying to do. So I've done one short every day in 2025. And I'm very proud of that I've been able to pull that off. And I'll continue that today and tomorrow and Sunday, hopefully. I'll get them all done.
I appreciate your hard work. We've been doing shorts over on True Hill Heat with Chris G, and yeah, consistency is always the best thing with that. Our most watched short, though, I know why it is the most watched short. It was the episode of Monday Night Raw when Dominic kissed Liv. That got like 110,000 views. I was like, well, this is ridiculous. like you hornballs.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I should do. I should just start with the audio has nothing to do with the short, but it's just, Liv throwing ass on that clip that she did. Like the people online, that's like bookmarked by a million different people, I'm sure. But that's just that. It's just that clip, but it's us talking about Kenny Omega and Gabe Kidd. Just see how many views it gets. Let's really see how this works.
See how this algorithm really works. Y'all.
Yeah. Gabe Kidd and Kenny Omega, the most ass match of all time. And then it's
all that booty. All that booty.
It's just like Stacy Keibler and Liv Morgan and Trish Stratus and everything, but it's talking about a 5-star wrestling match. That should be. Yeah. Just figure out, like really screw with the algorithms. Like, wait a second, what's going on here? What's going on here? Let's hit a couple of super chats. Ryan Lambert says, in the middle of the airport, waiting for my flight, popped in to say hello. Wish y'all an awesome weekend. Also, busted open, loves 3-star matches. I'm not taking shots at anybody.
Nah, I can't take shots.
I've never talked to anybody from that show. Like, I don't mind any of those people. I don't agree with a lot of their opinions, but
That's wrestling. That's wrestling in general. Like if I agreed with everyone's opinion, then I probably don't have one of my own.
Yeah. Valby says, when is Dennis Schroeder getting drafted to Raw? I mean, that might be his new team. He played for like 4 different teams in the span of 24 hours. He didn't play for any of them. He was on 4 different teams in a span of 24 hours.
I wonder how like his thing would look. Like, you know how sometimes in NBA 2K, if a trade happens, it says like LA to NY. Imagine his was like LA, NY, Miami, this
like Detroit, just
everywhere.
Ben Simmons is being bought out by the Brooklyn Nets. He is going to meet with the Clippers, Cavaliers, and Rockets. Okay.
I don't know which one of those I like more. I think I would lean towards the Clippers. That seems like the home of former all-star point guards.
I think he's intriguing on the Clippers. I think he could be most useful on the Cavaliers because their defense isn't great, and I think he's still a good defender. It'd also be very funny to see him and Donovan Mitchell on the same team after Donovan Mitchell did the not a rookie shirt because Simmons missed his whole first year. So it'd be very funny that they end up on the same team. The Rockets, like, they're already a good defensive team. What they don't need is another non-shooter who is going to bog down their offense. So, like, if they want to add another good defender, fine. But defense isn't their issue right now. Right now, their issue is a lot of offense, and Ben Simmons ain't really fixing that offense. So I think the Clippers or Cavs make the most sense for him.
I could see him being a good little role player on the Cavs. That might work out for him. But yeah, I think that the Clippers would be, if you're asking me for a prediction or anyone's asking me for a prediction, that would be my prediction. The Clippers are the ones that's going to sign Ben Simmons.
Okay. It's very possible. Again, it seems like that's at least one of the teams that he's meeting with there. So we will see where Ben Simmons goes. These buyouts like never make a real impact. As much as they're fun to like talk about, like they just never make a real impact.
No,
I still hope Chris Paul gets bought out.
I think Middleton gets bought out.
No, the Wizards said they want to keep him. They said they want to keep him because they have Brogdon and they like them as like the veteran to kind of mentor these young guys. Obviously the Wizards aren't going anywhere, but there is value in just having these veteran guys to teach younger guys of how to play the right way or how to get ready and everything. Because I think that's been one of the Wizards' issue is they've just been nothing but young guys, and the quote unquote veterans have been Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma. And granted, they both got rings, but Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma aren't exactly veteran leaders to be part of that team. So I think
they're chuckers. That's what they are.
Man, the Bucks. Very excited to see what the Bucks look like. I think they play tonight. I'll have to double check. No game matters except for the Thunder tonight, but that's what I'll be watching.
Only game that mattered last night was the Los Angeles Lakers, who picked up another win. Look at that. Tied for 4th. Let's go. A win is a win is a win.
Yeah, I agree. I actually agree, especially this time of year. Like pre-All-Star break where teams kind of like mail stuff in. I agree that a good win is a good one. OKC is favored by 19.5 tonight. That's kind of absurd. 19.5?
I think they're selling them short.
I might take that on principle. I mean, Toronto's not good, but like...
Is Brandon Ingram playing?
No, I don't think Ingram's playing. I think Barrett's out because he has a concussion. So Toronto doesn't have anybody. But 19.5?
That's kind of absurd.
Like it might be a 20-point game in the 4th quarter. Don't get me wrong. But you get into garbage time and everything. And like the team that's down in garbage time is always playing a little bit harder than the team that's up in garbage time. They can lose by a respectable 18. Like All right, folks. We're gonna put money down on
We're putting money
Toronto
down
to
live
cover
on air.
19.5.
Live on air, Toronto's going to cover 19.5, folks. You heard it here first.
Please gamble responsibly. The Toronto, so their last loss was against Memphis. I mean, that was by 31 points. So they lost to the Knicks by 6 points. They beat the Clippers. They lost to the Bulls by quick math, 15, less than 15 points. 19.5.
They have less faith in them this time around, I guess.
It's not a good team. I mean, Scotty Barnes, they're not. Oh man, I forgot they traded like Davion Mitchell as well. They don't have anybody playing. Who the hell's playing on this team tonight? Scotty Barnes and Grady Dick. Like, is that it? James Wiseman doesn't count. He's not a real NBA player.
James Wiseman hasn't been a real NBA player since he got drafted.
And that's honestly kind of true, sadly. Like, what a miss that was for the Warriors. Oh well, They got banners.
That was going to be the whole thing that kept them afloat. That they wouldn't be going through what they're going through right now. Right now, they probably have a shorter window than like even the Lakers did a week ago.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for that team. They got 4 championships. Whatever happens to them, they deserve it. Grady Dick, remorse betrayal. Grady Dick. That's a real player.
Grady Dick. Grade D Dick.
Grade D Dick.
Grade D Dick. Grade D Dick. Yes.
That's Grade D Dick.
If girl tells you that, you're in trouble, guys. You want grade A dick.
Has he done a jersey swap with Kevin Love, Louis? To do Love Dick? He did the jersey swap with Anthony Black for Black Dick. I'm gonna pull this up for everybody. I can't Google Black Dick because
you have to Google the full name.
Yeah, I gotta Google trouble. Anthony Black, Grady Dick. That's like,
that's oh my god, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's the perfect combination of names. I'm sorry.
I almost Googled Black Dick. That would have not gone well. I hear my wife cackling in the other room, by the way.
Your missus would be like, Jeremy, what are you doing live on air?
I hear her cackling in the other room. Okay, let me pull this up. Yes, this was a real jersey swap. So for people who don't know, like after this happens in a lot of sports, but they do like jersey swaps after the game. It's like, oh, really respect your game. Can we do a jersey swap type of thing? So after a Magic and Raptors game last season, Anthony Black and Grady Dick swapped jerseys. And this was the photo they took. They knew what they were doing.
Exactly. You could tell by the look on their face.
Yeah.
You could tell by the look on their face they knew what they was doing.
Yeah. They knew, like, no, you got to stand this side, and then it'll read Black Dick instead of Dick Black, which still would have been funny, but I mean, Black Dick is.
Damn, that dick is black.
Rules. Yeah, Grady Dick's got to do a jersey swap with Kevin Love. Has he done a jersey swap with Derek White?
I was about to say that. I was like, he's got to do him. He's got to do. Is there anybody like Gerald Green in the league? Like
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green. He needs to do one with Jalen Green.
He's not done. At least there's no video or no photo, so I'm gonna assume it hasn't happened because that would have been everywhere. He's not done a White Dick jersey swap. Oh, he did do the Nas Little. So there's Little Dick. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, this is perfect.
I think. Oh, awesome. Maybe it's a Photoshop. Oh, because Nas Little tweeted, "Why does everyone keep asking me to swap jerseys with Grady?" I don't know if they've actually done it because it's not like Nasir Little like gets any run. Yeah, it looks like it's a Photoshop. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That sucks.
They haven't done Little Dick. Is there anybody named Big? Is there a last name Big?
Man.
I don't think there is.
We got to get that guy from Sex and the City.
I don't watch that show, but I know Mr. Big. Yeah. And I don't think there's been a big dick jersey swap.
Big dick jersey swap. Let's go.
Yeah, there's nobody with the last name Big anyway, so I don't know how you would pull that off. What about Long? Last name Long?
Oh, who's
no current players. There's no current players. There's Grant Long, Luke Long, Longley Dick.
Longley Dick. Jalen Brown. Yes.
Oh, Jalen Brown. Oh, I don't know if they've done that one. Yeah. I think Grady Dick. I think the only one has been Grady and Black. I think they've only done Black Dick. I don't think they've done Jalen Brown.
Yeah, is there anybody with the last name Hard or Strong?
Hard and Strong. You can do Harden Dick, James
Harden Dick. Oh my god! Imagine if Nikola Jokic's real last name was Joker Dick.
Yeah, James Harden would be the closest. I mean, there's Tim Hardaway Dick, Strong,
Hardaway Dick.
No current players named Strong.
Yeah,
so
that sucks. I can't believe we spent this much time on that.
We did Long Sofa Kit. Sofa Kit, is that your last name? That would be good. Sofa Kit Dick? That would be good.
Gotta love it.
Oh, last name Anita Dick. I don't know if you're gonna get that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not. There's nothing for Anita as a last name.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
Rule. They gotta Grady Dick's got to do more. Come on, there's so much.
He's got to do it. He's got to do it every game now.
Yeah. Oh, if Nick Aldis was a player, Aldis Dick. Oh, that would be good.
Aldis Dick.
Yeah, we're talking about dicks, King Potato.
Adam Pierce Dick.
Pierce Dick. Okay. That's what I said that Ricochet should have done to Swerve on Wednesday. He should have pierced his dick with the scissors. Heard you was a fan of the Raw GM and Toronto Raptors sophomore. Pierce this dick.
Pierce Dick this.
Oh, Dominating. I love Dominating. That's my favorite nickname. I'll randomly text my friend Sammer. I'll just text him Dominating. And he's like, I hate you. It's like 3 a.m. for him. Just Dominating. He wakes up and sees that.
Just see that text. He's like, oh, goddamn, Jeremy.
Oh, man.
It is one of the better nicknames in the league.
Oh, Breaker Dick. That's not bad.
Oh, Braun Breaker Dick.
Yeah. There's no one in wrestling with the last name Dick, is there? It's wrestling. You can create a name. There were the Dicks in TNA.
Yeah, there were the Dicks and Dick Johnson.
Dick Johnson. And Dick Flair. Yeah, that's Shane Douglas's nickname for Ric Flair. We need more. I feel like the NFL had a good jersey swap this year, but I don't remember what it was. Look this up. Grady Dick needs to do more.
He's got to be the jersey swap. Every game, we find the best ones to jersey swap with Grady.
Every team gets a jersey swap with Grady to make something fun out of it. OKC would just be Williams. They got 15 people named Williams, so it'd just be here's which Williams Dick do you want?
They should change Shay's jersey on the name on the back of his jersey to his initials, Sag Dick.
Sag. Oh, it's SGA. It's Saga Dick.
Saga Dick.
Oh. It should be all the Williams of just there's 3 of them. There's Kenrich, there's Jalen, and there's Jalen. It's 3 Williams and then the Dick. So that way, 3 Williams. So it's an orgy. It's a Dick Williams orgy.
Dick Williams orgy. Sounds nice for somebody.
Chase Dick is good. Oh, Fletcher Cox and Chris Long. Oh, Long Cox. That's a real jersey swap? Okay, hold on. I knew there was something that they did with a jersey swap. Oh yeah, they stood next to each other. So yeah, they're both on the Eagles. Wow. So it wasn't a jersey swap. There's a lot of Johnsons. Johnson would be an easy one, but Dick is funnier because ain't many people with the last name Dick. But
yeah, this is why
a common name.
He's officially a legend in the NBA to a lot of us. Grady Dick.
Yeah. Grady Dick jersey swap competition to All-Star Weekend. I'll do much better than what they actually do. It'd be better than dunk contest. Dunk contest sucks. Grady Dick should be in the dunk contest. I don't think he did.
Just so he could do it. Just so you could.
Duncan Dick? Are you kidding me?
Duncan Dick.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you, sir?
Oh, Dick Hunter is good. DeAndre Hunter.
Oh, yeah. Dick Hunter. Yes, that's so good.
That's good.
Who came up with that? Who came up?
Louis in the chat.
Louis, you own.
Yeah.
Young Dick.
Young Dick. Monk Dick.
Monk Dick. Dick Monk. That sounds like something else.
Do a jersey swap with Darren Fox. Dick Fox.
Dick Fox. Fox Dick.
Fox Dick. Dick Ryder. Oh, Isaiah Ryder.
Oh man, imagine if Derek Fisher was still playing. Fisher Dick.
Fisher Dick.
Dick Fisher.
Jalen Suggs and Grady Dick. Suggs Dick.
Suggs Dick. Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is gonna be the short, by the way. It's just gonna be us saying Dick with everything.
Different jersey swaps with Grady Dick.
Different jersey swaps of Grady Dick. Amazing weekend content for everybody. I like how the two shorts from this show for the past 2 days have nothing to do with wrestling. Who could possibly care about wrestling? Burying Lil Wayne in Dick jerseys. That's it. That's
I mean, they should be thankful that this is like the earliest that before we started talking about Grady Dick, that was the earliest that we've talked about wrestling this week out of 3 shows.
That's actually true. Yeah, we did straight up NBA.
We've been an NBA. We've been a wrestling a basketball podcast masquerading as a wrestling podcast.
Wife is asking me, is there anyone with the last name Head? Dickhead. I know there used to be a player named Luther Head.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not still in the league though. I don't think there's anybody else with the last name Head. Let's bring Luther Head out of retirement. Just for the jersey swap. Yeah.
Just for this. We need everybody who has a cool last name that goes along perfectly with Grady Dick to come out of retirement.
Dick Ball. Well, swap it with on the Ball brothers.
Dick Ball.
Yeah.
Dick Ball, yeah. That works.
Oh, he should be they're not on the same team, but they do it during All-Star weekend. You have Lonzo, Grady, and LaMelo. So it's a dick and 2 balls.
That's actually really good. And Grady has to stand in the middle. He has to stand in the middle. That's really good. See, this is why this guy hosts for 6 shows a week. He's quick on his feet.
There's a player with the first name Grayson. I don't know about the last name. Reverse Betrayal. There's Grayson Allen. I don't know about the last name of that. I don't know. What has happened to the show? What is going on?
Joel is probably like, oh my god, why did I tell Jeremy yes to 5 days a week?
Oh man! All right,
he's like all he's done is talk about basketball and make dick jokes.
Yeah. Vinny Pacifico is joining us in 10 minutes, so there's no point like getting into a wrestling conversation for 10 minutes. Like, we're gonna be joined by a guest in 10 minutes. So more dick jokes for 10 minutes, everybody.
No. We're also, after our chat with Vinny, we got a lot to discuss with his career, as well as he's going to be he's featured in a film coming up. So we got a lot to discuss with Vinny, but we also got to discuss everything about in the title. WWE theme songs are so bad that the wrestlers are going to management to be like, we don't want them. Like, this is actively bad towards our audience. That's how bad they are. We're also going to be talking about some TNA Impact. I actually watched
Are
that.
we? What?
I actually watched that this morning. Yeah. Oh, that wasn't in the rundown, but Jazz did return to the ring, so we'll talk a little bit about TNA Impact from last night. There was nothing that happened on Ring of Honor TV, so we have nothing to talk about from there.
What do you mean? I mean, we can actually do the Ring of Honor talk in the next 9 minutes while we wait for Vinny.
Yeah, we could.
Apparently, they're airing matches from the Jericho Cruise next week. Which matches? Who knows?
They literally announced it like with 20 seconds left in the show. It's like, by the way, we're gonna be on the Jericho Cruise. So we can see you next week.
They didn't even say which matches. I mean, there was some Ring of Honor people on that show, like Jay Lethal, the Outrunners, the Grizzled Young Vet. All of them lost though. Jericho wrestled one match, but also
I want to see that match with Enzo.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get that match. So I don't know what you're gonna get out of the show with the Ring of Honor matches. It's like, here's Jay Lethal against, who did Jay Lethal face?
Yeah, do you have the result? Are they going to show Ospreay's match? They can show Ospreay's match.
They're not showing Ospreay's match. I mean, they should, but Jay Lethal against EJ Ndoka, like, you gonna get that match?
That seems like a Ring of Honor match.
Yeah, Jay Lethal against Mason Madden. That's a possibility.
That's another Ring of Honor match. Yeah.
All right, so maybe you'll get 2 Jay Lethal matches.
Yeah, and that was Kate's whole worry last night. She was like, if you're gonna do this, you gotta do this all from the Jericho Cruise. You can't do it where you're splicing in matches from other shows.
But they are, though, because they taped stuff from this past week's Dynamite. So I'm pretty sure they are just gonna do like, hey, here's some in-arena stuff, and here's some Jericho Cruise stuff. The Outrunners against the Grizzled Young Veterans. That's another.
That's a Ring of Honor match. Yeah. They had the Outrunners beat the Grizzled Young Veterans in a 4-way matchup. They had them pin them in a 4-way match that also included the Premier Athletes and the Dark Order.
You got to protect the Premier Athletes and Dark Order, brother.
I'm sick.
Remember when the Grizzled Young Veterans came out at All In and people were like, oh man, this is such a great addition to the tag team division.
Like, this is how we turn around the tag division.
Yeah, we were talking about the tag team division the other day. Like, we just completely forgot about the Grizzled Young Veterans. It's like they don't even exist anymore on AEW because they basically don't. Like, the Outrunners are a good babyface tag team. When we're talking about babyface tag teams, like, oh, you could probably do something with the Outrunners, and they're just there. They're just there. Brian Keith against Mansoor. Remember when Brian Keith wrestled? That was cool.
I mean, he's gonna wrestle on Saturday on Collision.
Yeah, that's fair. He did wrestle. He teamed with Jericho to beat the Outrunners because they're doing so well. So Brian Keith sometimes does stuff. Every now and again, he does stuff.
See, man, Outrunners, man. They I can't believe they missed out on that.
They did. Like, I don't know if this was a long-term solution for the tag team division. I think the Hurt Syndicate is a long-term solution, but they had something with the Outrunners, and not only did they like not go with it, they just completely pushed it aside. Like, It's one thing, okay, you don't go with what is kind of hot at the time. You may have missed. But they didn't, like, they just decided, we're just going to completely cool this off. Like, they had it on like a medium heat And instead of turning that shit up to a high heat, they're like, no, we're just going to toss this into the sink. That's a dirty dish right there.
Yeah.
They turn the burner off, toss the pot into the sink.
My whole thing is like, okay, you didn't want to pull the trigger on them with the AEW World Tag Team titles. Why not do the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles?
So I saw the photo of Mason and Mansoor like posing with one of the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles, and I'm like, who the hell are the champions? Like, I don't think they won, but who are the champions? And then it literally took me like 10 minutes of like, who? Oh, it's Sammy and Dustin.
Sons of Texas.
Right, Sons of Texas. Right, they are the champions. You completely forgot about that. Completely forgot that those guys are the champions.
Because it's completely forgettable that they are, because Sammy is a single star. Sammy's literally been in singles matches the last 2 weeks.
Now, Dustin's on AEW doing singles matches.
Yeah.
He's one third of the trio champions too, though, although those titles haven't been defended
since September
because one of the Von Erichs has been hurt. So they're just like, we're just not even going to do anything with these titles. You would think, like, couldn't Sammy defend the titles with them, since Sammy's also a tag team champion?
Yeah.
And maybe you could do kind of a story with that. Maybe. I don't know. Just throwing stuff.
I mean, that makes sense to me, but apparently it don't make sense to anyone in AEW.
I don't care about ROH. It's sad to say. But
no, like last night was really depressing. It was really depressing, like how much like they just don't care about the show. Like I literally was begging on air. I was like, just give me and Kate the pen. Let us book the show. We care more about it than y'all.
It is Elevation and Dark, but at least with Elevation and Dark, you knew what you were getting. There were no titles on those. Like
exactly.
They got the world champion, the ROH world champion, on AEW television, but they don't actually do anything with the ROH title. He's just there.
He hasn't had a new challenger since he beat Cardona at Final Battle, which is now going on.
And look, he's gonna feud with Bandito. The Bandito got hurt, so that was unfortunate. Like he's feuding with Bandito. I assume they'll do a match at maybe WrestleMania weekend. I don't know if ROH is running WrestleMania weekend.
And they're not running WrestleMania weekend now. We don't know. Yeah. We don't know when their next show is going to be.
It's going to be...
like, everything is up in the air. We had Athena come back, and she's doing the same angle with Billy Starks that she's been doing for 2 years now. And I love Athena. I love watching her wrestle. But the storyline, it's done. It's done. It's past the expiration date. That's like the loaf of bread that you forgot to use, and you find it in the back of your fridge, and it's past the expiration date. It's time to throw it away. Let's move on. Let's do some more things. Maybe Billy is not the person that is going to dethrone Athena. And even if she is, you need to get her away from Athena for a while to set it up.
Yeah, I don't think they missed the boat on it. The Final Battle was the time. Final Battle last year was the time, 2023. And they didn't do it. Like, fine, okay. But then they extended it for the year, and it's like, all right, Final Battle 2024 is the time. They didn't do it. Final Battle 2025, everybody. This is going to be it.
That's what I told Kate last night. I was like, I feel like this is not going to end till like Final Battle 2025. Like, and I don't think Ring of Honor is going to be around that long if that's the case.
The fact that Chris Jericho is saying, "Oh, Tony Khan has got like deals on the table. He's just not happy with any of those deals." I don't think those deals are going to get better. Like,
no.
And clearly those deals aren't that great if he's not accepting it. I'm not saying like go out, accept the worst deal that you can, or just accept any deal because it's a deal. But you've been trying to get this deal since the first time you put the title on Chris Jericho, and nothing has happened. Now, at least then, like AEW was a hotter product. And so you could kind of sell it as, oh, it's a companion to AEW, which is really hot right now. Now AEW is cold, and ROH is might as well not even be on the burner. And I don't know what deal you're gonna get out of that.
Yeah, I really feel like they've missed the boat on Ring of Honor. Ring of Honor feels as relevant or prevalent as like what ECW was to WWE in like the 2000s right now. They got to do something to kind of refresh it, reignite it, to take it to put some fire underneath it again.
Well, good luck to them with that, because I just don't know. It's probably not going to happen. Maybe it will. Maybe it will.
Shall
But
see.
I don't see it. All right, we have a guest. Well, he's actually off screen now. So, all right, let's see. All right, he's there. If he's ready, I gotta do the Joel Pearl thing. If our guest is ready, leave a thumbs up or give us a thumbs up. There we go. All right. Oh, I gotta change. This is what Joel does that like I don't think about, but changing the overlay. Okay, there we go. We've changed the overlay. All right, we're all good. All right, everybody. He's been on this show before. He's a multi-time guest. He's all over the independent scene. He's the king of the energy drink. He is the power punch. He's got a billboard in Times Square. He's in an upcoming movie, The Frequency of Miracles. He is Vinny Pacifico. Vinny, how you doing, buddy?
Thank you for having me. How you guys doing?
Good to see you.
Great to see you guys. Wait, let me see. I don't like the sides. How
You
it
don't like
looks.
the portrait version?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. How you doing,
How are
man?
you guys? Thank you for having me.
You've been
Good.
busy. You've been traveling. You've been going everywhere.
Guys, this week has been such a blessing. Honestly, I'm so blessed, so lucky because it's just been a wild week. Finally got home today, last night, winding down, and been in the city all week, just doing a bunch of media, a bunch of press, a bunch of just getting ready for the upcoming movie and upcoming other projects that we have, and it's just been a lot. But I'm very excited.
All right, tell us how the billboard came together. Billboard in Times Square. Big things.
Bro.
Yes.
So, December, I got called by my manager. I have a manager that does my movies, commercials, sponsorship deals. Now I have a manager who does all that for me, right? Everything non-wrestling takes care of, pretty much. And he calls me. He goes, "Hey, I just got a spot. I'm an EP for this movie, and I want to put you in it. There's an opportunity for you to get on and just tell your story and be around people who are just." Like the Frequency of Miracles is like The Secret. The Secret was a movie, 2006, I believe, where they interview people based on their story, their mindset, how they just their mindset and the way they live their life, and it made the movie made millions. So Frequency of Miracles is like similar to that, right? And so they have a great cast. Dr. Bruce Lipton, who's a huge doctor in his space. You got Les Brown, who's the #1 speaker in the whole world. You got all these huge names that are part of this film, and they put me in there, which is awesome. This is like, wow. But I got to tell my story. I got to talk about my growing up, becoming a wrestler, how I got bullied, and how it changed me, and how it changes my outlook on life, and how just how I want to be someone who inspires people, and I want to give back to this world. And so I was able to tell my story in that movie. It was a really cool opportunity being behind the camera like that. And so now we're rolling. We got premieres coming soon. The billboard was the first step for the promotion of the film and the book that's attached to it. And there's gonna be more billboards actually for this film. And there's a lot of legs here. It's really exciting, and I love that I could shine a light on pro wrestling, you know what I mean, to a whole new audience, because this audience is just a whole bunch of different people. There's authors, there's doctors, there's speakers, there's a whole bunch of different people who do tons of different things, and in these films that have huge followings, now I get to come in and talk about pro wrestling, independent wrestling, and shine a light where a light was not shined before. So it's really, really special to me that I was able to do that.
I wanted to ask, because you said there's people from all different types of like walks of life that are in this film. If you've heard of any of their stories, like which one was the one that kind of stood out the most to you, or the most interested that if you haven't watched it, the most interested you're waiting to see in the film?
Wow. So I was sitting behind the screen. I want to learn about Les Brown. Les Brown is a massive speaker. He's a wonderful person. He's done so many big things. He wasn't at the shooting I was at, but I really want to see his story because he's done some amazing things. He's one of a kind. He's so unique, and I would love to be able to see his story and learn how he became from what he was to who he is, and that's something awesome that I would love to sit and see. But everyone has so different stories. One person was there; her husband just passed away, so she was able to like give up insight about like how her life changed and how just everything gets affected by that, and how she kept pushing forward. There's just such beautiful stories that people have that you don't even know about until you just hear them, and you're like, wow, you went through that. Oh my gosh, this is why you are the way you are. And it's like this just so much uncovers, and it's a beautiful thing to see. Why someone is the way they are. And it was just such a beautiful weekend. That whole week was just crazy filming, and it went so fast. They put me on the profile. They get the billboard up there. They did everything really really professionally and really fast. This will be stream places platforms. There's a few of them that they're already talking about, which is awesome. But again, I'm just really excited to get pro wrestling to be shined the light on by these people because you know it's just so many different like uh um topics. You have
Yeah.
doctors, like authors, you have health people, you have spiritual people, you have all these different like fandoms, or not even fandoms, whatever it may be. But you have all these different like walks of life that people are fans of and will tune in for. Then you hear my story, and I try to light on pro wrestling, and I try to light on what the business is like, my insight, what I've done, how I've done it, what I've gone through to get where I am now. And it was just a really cool opportunity that week, and it was really really cool. And there's talks of other movies now, like lots of other stuff. There's so much happening right now where it's like I'm meeting all these directors and producers who are interested in working with me, um, and it's been uncovering so much opportunity, and it's like a snowball, and of course wrestling on top of that is very 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 busy as well, just traveling nonstop, but I'm just very blessed right now to be able to be where I am.
Okay, I'm gonna press. I'm gonna say who you've been talking to. What directors are out there? M. Night Shyamalan. Talking to him. Michael Bay. We're seeing a Michael Bay film. You get the power punch, boom, and then the
Boom.
fireworks go
Yeah.
I
up.
like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
No one in particular. These are the people like are like the producers mostly, but it's just been such a crazy. They it's crazy to see how um things snowball. And people ask me like, Vinny, how are you doing this? How is this happening? And I always say this: do everything possible. Do the podcast, do the media, do the interviews. Show up early to shows. Like just do everything you can in wrestling, right? And then also, of course, if you want to be an actor, do that as well. Like I just think use your time so wisely that there's no waste of time, and everything you're doing with your time. Like time is money, and you have to use your time wisely. So that's what I've been really doing lately, is just trying to use my time as wisely as possible. Like I will fly in, wrestle, do the show, and then I'll fly back early in the morning to where I gotta go next. Like I would make sure that I use my time completely wisely, and use it, micromanage the time that I have for everything that I have to do.
So I have a question for you in regards to like acting. Is there like any particular kind of like genre of acting that you want to like pursue in the future? Because you kind of were able to tell your story here. Are you more interested in like playing a different role in maybe like a comedy, or maybe do some voice acting? What's kind of the future in that realm of the spectrum for you?
So I would love to do voice acting because I think I have a really fun voice to play with. That's definitely something that I'd love to explore. Horror is something that I gotten to do. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm kind of trying to be very vague here. There's a wrestling horror series that we've been working on, and now it's like literally like a week away from being complete. Like start ready for distribution, or ready for
Nice.
distribution. So pretty much that's where we're at, and things are looking really cool. I'm really excited. This is awesome. But I already got to kind of do a horror type genre thing as Power Punch, as my character, But yeah, so right now we're in the final stages of production. It should be finished completely, like very, very soon. And we already have some talks to distribution. So right now we're seeking distribution for that. So I already did horror. I loved it. I would say it's horror, but it's like on the horror end. It's thriller. It's really, really fun. What we were able to do, and it's so I love that horror. I love horror. I'm a horror fan. I love horror movies. Definitely comedy. I like to be fun. I'm funny. I'm quirky. So I like to do that stuff too. So I'm kind of open for a lot of things as long as if it's what I want to do in my life.
Tell us about the United Nations event that you attended. 'Cause that's a big deal as well.
Thank you. Yeah, it was. So people from the movie are were pretty popular, so they got like they had that connection there, and it was a UN gala event, and it was for African women's health. It was very, very cool. I got to meet the Princess of Nigeria and all these awesome people, you know, from all around the world. Like, oh my gosh. And it was just such a cool environment to be around people who were just like, who are dedicated to like a good cause, spreading love. Everyone was kind. Everyone had a good heart. It was just such a cool, really cool environment. And I was nervous at first, but once I saw how cool and calm and collected everybody was, and everyone was just like a positive force. Really, like, everyone was just positive and just like it was very light. That was where I was like, oh, this is cool, and I kind of calmed down a little bit. You know, it's the first time for everything, and you know, you're nervous the first time you do things. But as I kind of just like walked in there, and I was like meeting the people. Everyone had a smile on their face. They listened to music. There's music playing. It was such a cool opportunity.
Love it. What I want to know, what's new with you if in regards to your independent bookings? Like, because every time I check your social media, you're going somewhere else. You're going to a different place. You're in a different promotion I've never seen you in before. So what's like the next thing up that you're looking forward to?
Yeah. So Saturday I'm wrestling Matt Sigmon from the Heat Seekers. That I'm excited for. It's in West Virginia. That's gonna be a really fun one. The 15th I'm back in Jersey. 22nd I'm in just Delaware for 1CW. There's just so much. And then March 1st I'm really excited for this. I'm back in WWC in Puerto Rico. That company has been really, really cool for me. They treat me really well. They're really fun to work with. Very professional brand. And yeah, there's just so much opportunity there. I'm going to Hood Slam March 7th, which is something I'm so excited for. I love
Nice.
people there. I love the people that work there. Great people. March 15th, I'll be at UGWA wrestling Jordan Cruz. That one I'm very excited for as well. So this is as we East Coast, West Coast. There is talks for overseas stuff, of course, but obviously I have to figure out with the movie stuff where my schedule lies with that. But I'm very, very like grateful for everything happening. You know, it's just because like you know I have movies that they film that are being talked about that film overseas. So it's like everything's just like working out in a really cool way. And wow, I'm very excited, as you can tell. I'm very like amped up right now. And it just this whole week has just been a just good news after good news after good news, right? And it's just been and the wrestling stuff is awesome as well. I'm wrestling all the time, every week, all over different cities, different states. Just came back from a European tour. That was phenomenal. I did Hungary, Romania, Germany, and Netherlands. That was a fun tour. You know, it was really, really fun, really cool. I love wrestling in Germany. The people in Germany are amazing. The talent, the fans, just amazing, amazing. What they have over there is special. And I'm sure you heard from other wrestlers how Germany is special. It really is. But so is France. And France is a place I'm looking forward to going back to very soon.
Tell us about just like going to different countries and kind of learning different cultures and any cool spots for people who might be visiting it, whether they're going there to wrestle or whether they're just going on a vacation or a trip. Like, what were some cool discoveries that you found while you were in your various travels?
Wow. Yeah, great question. Yeah, so I loved France a lot. I loved the culture, the food, because again, the food out there is special. Everyone loves the French food. Yeah, so you go out there, you could eat, or at least I mean, again, I walked a lot, but I ate a lot of desserts. You know, I kind of went off my diet a little bit there, but I lost weight as I was doing that. So the food there is very light, delicious, yeah, but light. So I would say if you're in France, go to Paris. There's shops everywhere, and I don't think there's a place that's there that there's nothing good. Everywhere you go, there's something delicious to eat. Um, I went to the Louvre. Yeah, I went to the Palace of Versailles in France. That place is so beautiful, so special. The history, the art on the walls. I didn't want to leave. You know, it was so cool. Um, I also love going to churches when you're in these areas. They have such beautiful churches from like the 1400s and the 1300s. It's insane. And getting to see the old like artifacts that are still there, and it's just the the uh the tools they find, like the guards masks of those days, like the prince's outfit. It's just so cool to me. And like in school, you're in school, you listen to history class, you're bored, sitting there bored. But like when you're going to these places and seeing the history and seeing it in front of your face, it's the coolest thing ever, you know. So I would say if you're like wrestling, or you're as a fan traveling these places and you're going to see France or Germany, or even, and of course anywhere you really go, honestly, has so rich history. You know what I mean? But I would say definitely visit. The cathedrals are really cool to visit. In Finland, even there's three cathedrals that are like in a area, and they're just like ginormous with such cool like um uh what's the word there's the glass windows that are like really cool. I don't know the word for that.
Stained
Stained
glass?
glass,
Yeah,
stained
stained
glass
glass.
windows.
Yes, beautiful. And then like how the sun shines in and everything. It's really really special to look at. Then if you do Finland also has this island called Suomenlinna in Finland. It's a small island in the middle of like the water, and I felt like I was there was like chains that were like King Kong would be attached to those chains. Like it's like giant, enormous chains, like just like on the side. And I'm like, these chains are like, who are these chains for? Like Godzilla? Like huge chains, and it's like these beautiful little huts, little houses, and like then like you see like these little like huts, I guess. And you walk in, it's pizza restaurant. You know what I mean? It's just so cool. And so I would say if you're traveling, and even as a wrestler, take the time to go and enjoy the area, see the beauty that there is out in this world. It's such a beautiful world that we live in, and we don't get to appreciate it enough. So I try and always take the time to, even as an extra day, just go and enjoy the world. 'Cause I started wrestling, I was like 14, but started traveling heavily at 17 and 18, and I kind of was in and out wrestling, traveling, wrestle, but back home, there, go. And now it's like I'm missing the beauty that there's also is beyond the wrestling, beyond the wherever I am. You know what I mean? So now I try to always make a mental note to try and enjoy the area that I'm in, and try to see the beauty that there is to see, and just create memories. Take pictures. That's the thing you gotta do. Take the pictures.
So I have a question for you, because we're both East Coast boys. We're both the New York City boys. What was the best like text or reaction you got to your billboard being in Times Square from a friend or family member? Because I know you had to get one or two that was just like made you bust out laughing or had your jaw on the floor.
I couldn't honestly. It was they asked me why I'm in gear. Why are you in gear? So when they asked me, hey guys, please submit your photos for the billboard, because the movie kind of covered everything, right? They kind of like they had everything set for the times, everything was set by the movie, but they wanted to make sure everyone looked the way they wanted them to look, present themselves, and everybody from this film was kind of like wearing a suit and a tie and whatever. I'm like, you know what? I'm a wrestler. Like, put me up in their gear. Like, let me be different, right? So like that was something really that I made sure to like stand out, right? But my mom was very happy to see it. My dad couldn't believe it. So my brother-in-law, my sister's fiance, came, and he came. He works in the city, and he FaceTimed my sister, and she was crying. She could like because my sister, my grandmother is going through a tough time right now in the hospital. She's not doing really well. So my sister was there taking care of her, so she couldn't make it. My sister, so my brother-in-law had the camera FaceTime, and she was crying. She was happy to see it. My nephew was there. He saw it. They were all smiling ear to ear, seeing me on that billboard. So it was really, I'm very positive, very happy. So my sister, I would say, posting on Facebook, my brother's on the billboard. Oh my gosh, like that was really funny to see, going crazy. Um, Another funny reaction. My dad's friend, funny you say, his name is Vinny. My dad's friend Vinny calls him, "Yo, I see your son on the billboard in the city." And my dad's like, "Really? I'm here." And they met up and they hung out. It was so funny. It was just such a funny thing. It was really funny to. It was really funny to like. My dad got the phone call. He goes, "Oh, why are you calling me?" He's like, "I see your son." Oh, and it was just really funny. It was just like that was a really funny one. But I had some friends reach out to me like, "Oh my gosh, Vinny, what the heck's going on? This is insane." You know what I mean? And it's just such a blessing to be featured on that billboard. It was supposed to be on the TKTS billboard, which is a different one, and then for some reason they moved it to the NASDAQ one. The NASDAQ one is very prestigious, and stay tuned because I think I'm gonna be going back on that billboard very soon, actually.
For some reason, he's running from the grind, but he decides to show up. I don't know if he can bring himself on, because if he can't, he can. That's unfortunate. I was just
of course I can.
I didn't know if you were, if you were just on. However,
I've got my own login on this thing.
I love it.
Fair. Fair.
Vinny Pacifico. Hello.
Great to see you.
And
it's been
you.
a little while.
Bye.
I'm very happy to see you.
I knew you were coming, and when I found out, I was like, I got to show up at least for 5 minutes and say hello, and also be like, hey, you were just in Toronto a few months ago, and you didn't call, you didn't write, you didn't visit.
What's in Toronto?
I think you did A1. I think you were in Hamilton not long ago.
Oh, that was a quick one. But yes.
Yeah, you were in and out.
Yes, I know.
Joel,
yes.
quit being a jerk to our guest.
I love Vinny. I only show up when a guest this caliber of Vinny Pacifico
Hey.
I
shows
love
up.
Vinny, and then I'm gonna say, why didn't you come visit me while you were in Toronto?
But
Yeah,
I did reach
it's
out
called-
to you though a time when I was going out there. I did tell you. I think I did tell you one time I was going out there. So hey.
Yeah. Hey, it's fine. You know what? We play Jewish guilt on this show. It's fine.
Do you
Only
have
I
a
can do it.
question? Why are you here?
Because Vinny's here, so
They
I
had
got to
me.
show up. I got to say congratulations to my dog.
I love it.
Do you,
Nah,
do
thank
you
you
have
so
partner
much.
promo punch in the face? You have anything?
No, I really just wanted to say hi. I'm cleaning up. I'm in Ottawa. I'm at my mom's place. I'm cleaning up all the old stuff that my dad left, and I just wanted to say hi. Hi, everyone.
Very good to see you.
Bye, Joel.
Oh, that's it. Damn. But very good to see him though.
He
Great
didn't have a
face.
question. He didn't come in prepared with anything. You know, I thought he was gonna be on the show and add something to it.
No,
If I wanted to just bring on random people, I could easily bring on random people to say hi. There's no
right?
value in that.
Nah.
You know, come on the show and add some value, Joel. You've already missed this show. I move it to 5 days a week, and he only shows up for 2 of them now.
Wow. Big league in us.
Tell us about doing the skit with Tommy Dreamer, and was real barbed wire used in that skit?
Yes. That was a fun skit to do with Tommy Dreamer. You know, he's one of the coolest people that I met in wrestling. Like such a kind heart, you know. And I reached out to him like, hey Tommy. I met him a bunch of times. Reached out to Tommy Dreamer. Hey Tommy, how are you? I have this idea for a skit. You know, I think you're gonna love it. I mean, honestly, like it's kind of genius. Because I have these skits that I do with like energy drinks. Explain to him what the deal is. And I'm like, this is a great idea, I think. Let me see what I could do. I went to this barbed wire place. There's some junkyard by my house or by wherever I was. I went there and I'm like, hey, do you have like a foot or two of barbed wire? And they're like, no one buys a foot or two. Like usually they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, this is like this big. It's all I need. And I'm like, how much would that be? And they're like, I don't think it's like anything. And they're like trying to figure out like a price to give me. And they're like, just take it. And I'm like, thank you. So I had it. Yeah, I had the drink. I actually did it myself. I put gloves on. I wrapped the bottom to be like kind of like closed, so where the drink could sit in there. And I wrapped it around the drink. It took a little while, but I got it to work. And Tommy loved the idea, you know. And I just thought it was hilarious. I came from the venue with like a bag with like barbed wire and a drink inside of it, and people who did not like people who saw me going from my car to the venue probably were like, "What's this guy doing?" And even if they were, so be it. I don't care. I got to just do the funniest video I ever did. And so I walked in. We filmed the skit. It was hilarious. One take, because literally, like, I will say this, and this is not me bragging, but 99% of the skits that I do take one take. So, and most of it's not even planned. We just go off of how we're just feeling. But the Tommy Dreamer one was a really fun one that I thought thoroughly, because I'm like, what? Who? And I never thought of like an extreme energy drink, but like it's a perfect idea. Like what else? Like what else could you really? It's just I thought it was funny.
Joel is gone. He did not come prepared with a partner promo punch in the face. But I, you know, the king of being prepared on this show, I do have a partner promo punch in the face. Last time you were on this show, you mentioned you want to wrestle Chris Jericho. I remember my memory is very good on this.
Sing against him.
Oh, wait, you sing against them, wrestle against them,
whatever it is.
Just work with Chris Jericho.
Yes.
Well, now I'm going to give you a chance to work with all 3 members of the Learning Tree. Partner, promo, punch in the face. Chris Jericho, Big Bill, Brian Keith.
Promo against them, or what was it?
All right, so you have to pick one to partner against, or partner with.
Okay.
Pick one to promo against. Pick one to punch in the face.
Team with Big Bill because he's huge.
Smart.
Promo with you said promo with
promo.
Yeah.
Brian Keith because he's great, and I think we'd go well together. And was the last one?
Punch in the face. You're gonna punch Chris Jericho.
Yeah, in the face.
That's fair. Might not be alone.
Big Bill's huge. Who would want to team with Big Bill? Who would want to be on the receiving end of that?
Yeah.
Nobody. So I'd rather team with him.
No, that's very fair. Like, you got to be smart. If you did fight Big Bill, don't wear the backpack. That's where Powerhouse Hobbs messed
Gotta
up.
be smart. Gotta be smart. Gotta think smart. Work smart. Wait, what's the saying?
Work smarter, not harder. Yes.
Well, you're from New York, so you have the Timbs and you have a bag full of bricks.
I got everything. Everything I need, I got it.
Yeah.
Vinny, we appreciate you joining us here today. Let everybody know where they can find you at. Let everybody know what you got coming up.
I love you guys. You guys are my favorite. I got so much coming up. Wrestling in Delaware, Puerto Rico, a lot on the West Coast next month in March. March 1st, Puerto Rico for WBC. March 7th for Hell Slam. March 15th for UGWA. March 8th, I can't announce it yet. It's unannounced yet. Just a lot going on. So much going on. Please stay tuned to my Instagram at Vinny Pacifico, Twitter, Vinny Pacifico 1, and Facebook, Vinny Pacifico. Everything goes there. Everything hits that. TikTok, I really wasn't fond of it. I don't really know how to use it. I can't download it. So just Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's where everything goes. I have a lot of fun. A lot of my travel stuff goes on my Instagram as well, my stories. So tune in, enjoy, and I will be probably in a city near you.
Thank you, Vinny. We appreciate it. Safe travels out
Thank
there.
you, guys.
Good luck with everything. Keep us updated on when the movie comes out, and we can continue to promote that. You're welcome back anytime, especially now that we're 5 days a week. Like, we need as many guests as we can possibly get.
I love it. Thank you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day. Bye.
Thanks, Vinny.
Thank you.
Vinny Pacifico, everybody. We love having Vinny on. He's been a pal since he was first on the Spotlight, like 2 years ago almost. Then he's been on this show a handful of times, so we appreciate Vinny. Go check him out. He's doing big things. Joel says he's going to come back. Why? Joel just thinks he like shows up for like 5 minutes. He's like, look at me. I made it. I made the show. Count this. Put this on my appearance fee.
Yep.
Put this out
he's
there.
He's like, I punched in and I'm punching out.
This man thinks he's Roman Reigns trying to work the Roman Reigns schedule. Like, what? He didn't put in the years that Roman Reigns put in to get that schedule.
Roman was wrestling 200 times a year.
He's apparently back. I should kick him off again. Go ahead, put yourself on the show.
Did he just come up to pop up and popped out?
No, I did that.
Oh.
Hello, Joel. What are you here for?
I'm here to be on long enough to collect for my appearance fee.
Oh, you got to go for another hour and a half.
Hour and a half? Oh my God! You really want to do this?
You got 2 hours. You got to make it 2 hours. You don't get paid unless it's the whole 2 hours. Yes.
I mean, it's a lump sum, so really,
we don't get prorated. We don't get prorated money around here. Are you kidding me?
Well, keep in mind that No, sorry, buddy. Hate to say it. We're making money now on this channel, allegedly. Sometimes,
yeah.
People like us. Yeah. SP3, how are you doing? I haven't seen you in 12 hours.
I know it's been so long. You sound so different in your hotel room, but I appreciate you showing up just to see me. I know it's not to see Jeremy.
No, it's not. I'm using this travel mic that sucks.
Well, that actually sounded better.
That's how once you got up close, it sounded really good.
Further away, it definitely sounds like you're in like an open air room.
So I got to talk like this, even though it's going to look real bad.
Yeah, you look like you're doing a Kevin Weeks breaking news gimmick out here.
How about I just hold it like this? That's good. Can't believe this is actually better. I'm still returning this mic. This was my travel mic.
It's still your voice, so like it's only going to get but so good.
Well, people tend to enjoy the sound of my voice, the creepy dulcet tones. Hold my laptop up to my face. Well, no, I have a microphone. It's real. It's an actual thing. Yeah. Gentlemen, how are you doing? First of all, I'm sorry I couldn't make it today. This was unexpected. To be completely transparent, I had plans to be here in my mom's place in 2 weeks, and then things got all messed up because Steve Macklin and Josh Alexander decided to come to Toronto that weekend, and I'm trying to work with them. So I had to come here this weekend and make it a whole ordeal. A lot of cleaning up to do. So I apologize that I'm missing today, but SP3, thank you for joining in on such short notice. Always appreciated. Jeremy, you work here.
Yeah. That's factual. No comments on anything else. I'll bury myself before I'll get myself in trouble. Anyway, what's going on? I moved the show to 5 days a week, Joel, and you just all of a sudden.
In the first week, I had to run around. I know. I'm sorry. That was the first thing I thought about. I was like, Jeremy's going to razz me because I can't do the Friday show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I know who. That's how I know who I'm dealing with. Yeah, I am late, but it's okay. Hey, so. Did you guys talked about the Def Rebel stuff, I assume?
No, we haven't talked about
No, we haven't.
We were making dick jokes for the first
we made dick jokes for at least a half an hour.
Yeah.
That's why this stupid show's tagging on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
We talked about Grady Dick jersey swaps for half an hour, Joel. We haven't talked about Def Rebel at all. Are you kidding me?
At least you're talking
The
about
chat loved it. The chat loved it, by the way.
Of course they did. Our chat are children like we are.
Who could possibly care about these awful Def Rebel themes?
I mean
I
it's
care because I made
thumbnail.
it the thumbnail. I know it's a talking point, but like,
Yeah.
we're not gonna let good dick jokes get in the way of these Def Rebel talks.
Not gonna let a good dick joke get in the way of
Here,
Def
you want me to
Rebel,
tie the
you know?
two things together? Here's a Grady Dick theme song. Grady Dick. Beep, boop, beep, 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 bow, beep, 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 bow, 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 beep, 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 dick, 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 beep, 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 bow, 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 bow. There, that's Grady Dick's theme, courtesy of Def Rebel.
I love the dick.
Call him Dick Rebel. Call him Dick Rebel.
Dick Rebel. Oh my god, that's perfect. That's perfect.
So I want to get in on this at least a little bit because
Let
this
me set this up.
You're,
Hold on.
you're the
Yeah, set it
music
up.
expert,
Well,
so you
so
should be here for this.
that's why I felt bad about missing it. So I'll let Jeremy
Okay.
set this up.
Yeah, let me set this up so I can clip it and make a short out of it. I'm content based now, everybody. So as everyone knows, Def Rebel themes have been god awful for a long time, to the point where talent over WrestleMania weekend, if you saw Bailey on a live stream, she's like, "Hey, how about my theme? Really love that theme, oh guys." And then certain people came out at the Royal Rumble, and everyone was like, "Who the hell is coming out right now? What theme is this? I don't recognize this at all." So Fightful Select published a report yesterday saying, if you're not a fan of Def Rebel, you're not alone. Numerous fans pointed out their frustration with the WWE Music Production Group, with the theme songs remaining unidentifiable for many talent during Royal Rumble matches. A number of talent in WWE that Fightful have spoken to have felt the same way. We'd indicated in the past that no talent that Fightful spoke with have interacted with Def Rebel producers for input on songs. Beyond that, we're told by talent that several have expressed unhappiness with the quality of theme songs and have made attempts to get their previous themes back. WWE has also made requests to change a number of themes that the talent vehemently pushed back on. Some talent have managed to keep their previous themes, while others have not been so lucky. Very few people on the roster that we've heard from are happy with the Def Rebel themes. A number of incoming talent also preferred to bring their own themes with them. For those asking when the Def Rebel contract or agreement is up with WWE, we do not have that information. So there you go. That was a report by Fightful Select. Joel, Def Rebel.
So yeah, most people know I'm the music guy. Here's what I understand. From a professional money saving standpoint, these guys are they're a music factory. In other words, they just churn out whatever and stuff gets picked. That shouldn't be, but that's just the way it is sometimes in television. Stock theme music, right? The Hardys found theirs because they were going through stock theme music and they were like, okay, this is good. And other wrestlers have been so lucky to do the same. The Def Rebel stuff, where it really kind of falls on deaf ears, sorry to use that term, is that the talent are not getting any input, and therefore they're not getting that little special sauce that makes their theme important. Edge got that treatment, right? Adam Copeland got that treatment because he went to bands that he knew, bands that he liked, and got them to license songs to him or to through WWE, blah, blah, blah. There was an agreement there. They don't get that anymore unless you're super top tier talent. That needs to change. Whatever it is, however the music gets done, it's got to change because music has been such an important part of presentation in any form of entertainment, especially wrestling. And you can't keep going on with wrestlers coming out to music that nobody knows because it's just stock ass music. And that's what you're getting. You're getting churned out stock ass music. It's not good.
Every song
But it's cheap.
is the same.
But it's cheap.
It's cheap and affordable.
It's one of those things where like when WWE was being shopped around, I wouldn't doubt that they got the contract because it was cheaper than any other offer, and they were looking at cutting as much cost as they could so that they could be attractive for a sale.
You know what the most upsetting portion of this whole thing, besides the fact that these songs suck, is the part where no talent that Fightful spoke with have interacted with Def Rebel producers for input on songs. If they want to use Def Rebel, fine. That's their choice to use them. You got to talk to the talent of, hey, what are you thinking for this theme? How can we put something together for you that fits your character, that fits who you are, that when your music hits, people know exactly what they're getting from you as a performer and from you from a character standpoint. Not talking to them, that Joel said it, it's just completely stock. It's like, we're making a theme and attach this to whoever you want to attach it to and hope it works. You have to talk to talent from this. When everything's so, and this is the part that surprised me, everything in WWE is so meticulously produced. Triple H loves posting his dumb videos of like, look how much I've put together on this entrance. Here's me and Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga and Penta. I've crafted this whole entrance for this person so it fits their whole persona. And then you use these garbage themes for these people. When everything is so produced, I don't get it. I just do not understand how you don't have the talent talk to Def Rebel.
That's very strange. It's just very strange because like that was always the key that I heard to what made Jim Johnston such a great producer for WWE is that he worked directly with the talent to find out what their character is, find out who they were, because a lot of those characters in like the 80s and 90s were just their personality turned up to 10 or was an extension of their personality. So all he had to do was have a conversation with most of these guys and he knew what kind of sound they were going for. So Def Rebel not doing that, it just takes away a key element to making a great entrance theme. And even like CFO seemed like they had more of their finger on the pulse of what these talents, what type of sound they're going for, a lot more than Def Rebel does. Like that is like a big telling sign that they have not spoken to all these talents.
And this is kind of the other thing that you touched on, SP3, with people have been talking about, oh, bring Jim Johnston back. And I push back. I say, no, the man is in his 70s and let him enjoy his retirement. However, if there's one thing that I can take from the bring Jim Johnston back crowd is that they are potentially taking from what he used to do. And we saw the videos. I wrote this theme because I spoke to this guy or this girl, and this made the most sense for what they were trying to achieve as a character. Those types of creators, because that's what they are, they're musicians, they're creators, they're artists. Those are the people that should be brought on as WWE's in-house music company. And for those who are asking, like, who brought them in, they're on a contract. It's not a Vince or a Triple H decision. There is someone who is looking to find a contract for a music producer, and the producers won because their work was, quote, good enough or their price was good enough. This isn't a, Vince and or Triple H or Johnny, whoever. No one was just looking over and being like, oh, these guys are good, pick them. It's not that intense for that part of the creative side. Whereas for us as fans, we do identify with the music, but for whatever reason, it's not part of creative's like big goal to get the music over like it used to be. The video boards are the presentation. The wrestlers obviously are the presentation. You're already bombarding the audience with as much visual stuff as you can. So the music is almost secondary. If you can do something where the music becomes a reminder that like you've got good artists. Here's a good example. You know what? LA Knight. Okay, his music is good for two reasons. One, you got the hook at the beginning, and it's the modulated LA Knight, and then like the theme fits his persona. And then after he won the U.S. Championship, they went to Letdown, or they had been working with Letdown, and they were like, "Can you redo this and put a little oomph behind it?" And like, you're a pretty unknown artist, and Letdown was like, "Sure, let's do it," and it sounds good. And it's not a big change. It was just enough that it just made it a little better. Stuff like that is really cool. But no, 9 times out of 10, they just fail at doing it. And then you gotta make up for it by doing like New Koch Republic or whatever. Someone in the chat put that. It sucks.
That's every theme. Every theme is announce who you are and then generic music behind it. And some of it were like the
Make
LA
it this. Doom doom.
You can blame this. You can blame The Rock for that. You know what? For doing If You Smell. It's Vader. You can blame Vader for that. It's time. I don't care who you blame, but there was always the one person who brought that to the forefront.
Literally a lot. Like literally, I think that Def Rebel just listened to like New Generation theme songs, and then they're just basing it off that. They didn't talk to the superstars. They just basically, because a lot of it is like what a lot of the themes in the New Generation were. Big Daddy Cool Diesel. It
was a truck, though. That made sense at least.
Yeah. That's
literally a truck.
It's a noise into the beat. That's basically all of Def Rebel's themes. It's a noise or a title or a catchphrase or a nickname and then the beat.
And again, they're a music house. They are a production house. They're making all this stock music, and it's like you make 100 pieces, and maybe 10 of them get used. And not necessarily for WWE. They could easily be sold out to other television programs, and you'll be watching whatever show you like, and all of a sudden you're like, wait, why do I know that theme? You don't know who it is, but you're like, I've heard this before. And that's when you kind of get enraged, because it shouldn't be that way. I should know who this theme is if it randomly shows up on, show X that I'm watching that's not WWE.
I want to know how much input, besides the fact that they haven't talked to Def Rebel, like the superstars have, because like you said, Joel, okay, they make just 100 pieces of music. Did they get to pick? Like, let's say it's like a Mad Libs, or it's the Family Guy Manatees. It's like, all right, pick the catchphrase you want. Do you want Bailey? Do you want role model? Do you want It's Bailey? All right, so pick the catchphrase you want at the beginning. Now pick the stock theme that you want, and now pick a closing. You just piece it all together like that. Like, did they get to pick the actual stock theme, or is it just like, we think this one actually fits with Bailey, so this is what we're going with?
Tell you what, if I get my media credentials for Elimination Chamber, I will ask that question. Your theme music, how did you come about it? Did you know? Were you given an idea? And how much input did you have? And it'd be as easy as that. And then we'll do partner promo punch in the face. I'm still waiting, because I got my credential application in on the last possible day to do it. So we'll see if they let me in. And also, Sean's going. So I don't know if they're going to let me double dip like that. We'll find out tonight.
Oh, good luck. That's a good question. Ask about the theme music, because clearly a lot of them are not thrilled with it. And if they don't outright say it, Bailey, again on that stream, she said enough of like, love this theme, don't we, guys? Don't we love this theme? And a lot of people have said something in no uncertain terms. Baron Corbin has said some stuff about the themes as well, that they're not very recognizable and they aren't very good either. So
he had
he's
themes,
had a couple of bad themes.
He's had bad ones, but he's had good ones too.
I don't know much of them.
I know. I am the darkness.
Yeah, that's on cool.
That one was fine. He debuted that one in Ottawa at a house show.
That one was good. I don't remember all of Corbin's themes. I'm sure if I heard them.
No, his first one was a bop. The CF4 one.
Yeah.
I thought the Happy Corbin theme with the slots and stuff, that at least fit.
Oh, I hated
like
that.
That at least fit the character, though.
That was just noises. Noises.
But he played it up so well. He's like coming out, he's all happy, he's dancing, he's doing a Shane shuffle and everything. Like, he at least played that up.
That's the thing, though. That's when it's a bad musical choice then becomes the talent's responsibility to get over the entrance. Because the entrance is, again, it's not just the music, it's the full visual aesthetic that goes with it. So, like, Corbin did the best with what he had to deal with. How do you expect Bayley to do it when she's got this weird, like, pseudo-Egyptian motif while also being a little rock, but it's not... It's as if she said, like, give me Paramore, which I know she's always wanted, and they're like, say no more. And then they're like, no, we're not doing it.
It's like, nope, not doing that.
No,
not doing
give me
that.
generic Rock Track 38. That sounds enough like them, right?
I always thought Bayley's theme was somebody else's theme for the longest time. I'm like, wait, why is this person coming out? Is this not Bayley who's supposed to be coming out? Like, so many sound so similar. That's my other issue with them, is like, I don't know. I guess that's why they put the role model thing beforehand, because I don't know who's coming out half the time because they all sound the same. Like, whose theme is this? Who's about to come out?
It's
right
literally the beginning from the old Damage Control theme, just with role model.
Yeah. It's awful. It's all terrible. All these they should all use Pointer Sisters, is what we're getting at here.
That's right.
What if I did the theme for everybody? I think I should just sing songs. That way they don't have to copyright for anything. I think it would work.
No, we get busted for copyright for other stuff that we throw up on this channel.
Do we?
Yeah, we got to 11,000 views on the Roman Reigns update, and then we just got yesterday.
Well, what?
Damn.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it got redded. Not Reddit. It got red dollar signed.
It's still up though, right?
It's up. It's just ineligible for monetization.
Oh,
So
I
long.
see. It is
So long, 11,000.
Hello, Sean.
Oh,
Now that you all are daily, I get to drop in like during my errands and all that stuff. This is wonderful. Look, got the famous Rushmore.
Wait, are you at the grocery store?
I'm close. I went over to. Hold on, let me see if I can just show you. How can I adjust my camera? Well, that's not the right way.
I think you got to turn it this way.
No. This camera has like 17 cameras.
Oh no! You're turning it around.
Yeah, buddy.
Don't dox yourself, pal.
Yeah, it's okay.
What are we doing?
Look at what your boy drives.
Oh,
Look at that.
On here and flexing.
No, I go over to that Big Lots right over there, and I just bought a bunch of workout equipment on sale because they're all closing. So, yeah, this is like SRS first person.
GTA SRS.
I was gonna say, you like
GTA SRS. Yeah.
suggest going into another car and just seeing, but I think that there's real ramifications there where not GTA. Don't swing that door open, Jesus! Worried you're gonna hit the car beside you.
This is great.
I don't think you should be driving while on the phone.
Well, I'm not. I'm not right now.
This seems not.
Oh, he's got one of those self-driving cars.
I had it on ESPN 1530. Shout out Riccicino.
Hell yeah!
Hey, shout outs to Rick.
Somebody said GTA 6 RS. Well, I mean, that's third person, right? It'd be like if it was like throwing around like this.
Yeah.
Call of Duty SRS, which
I don't want to do that at all.
Yeah,
Oh my God, there's a fire truck. What's going on?
Uh-oh.
Oh, never mind. Just pulling in. It's trying to
can we
check out the
interview
deal
the
with Big
fire
Lots.
person? Can you ask them about the Def Rebel themes? I mean, the fire truck sounds like some of the themes. So.
I mean, listen. Literally, a fire truck sound is one of the better themes, and Jordan Grace had to bring that with her.
Scott Steiner in the mud.
Like, she had to bring sirens with her. Sad as that.
It's like we're not capable of sirens, ma'am.
Somebody says you can do.
So go ahead, John.
You can do POV since GTA 5. Listen, buddy. I don't know what you're watching on the hub, but that's none of my business.
I was gonna say Jordan's theme. Like, I've never loved it, but I understand why she would want to bring it with her, given the other options.
Yeah, her other options would have been the Juggernaut.
And they wouldn't have been able to do.
That actually sounds like one of her.
Well, now we have the rights to SP3 doing that. So
Give it a week; it'll get struck for copyright somehow.
I'm gonna hop off here. I've got to go enjoy my sandwich, gentlemen.
Bye,
Enjoy,
Sean.
Sean.
Enjoy your day. Talk to you
Bye.
later.
Oh God, I might leave in a few minutes too. I got to clean up this room.
Well, we don't have SmackDown to preview because there was 3 things announced and we already talked about those 3 things.
But there was dick on all 3 options there.
Well,
Dick, and dick.
Yeah.
Dick and more dick.
yeah. So we don't have that to talk about, but Collision, maybe we'll talk a little bit about Collision, but otherwise, we've hit our marks on this show. Here
Wait,
today.
we didn't talk about TNA?
No.
Oh yes, we did. We didn't talk about TNA.
Why would we do that? It sounds terrible.
No, I'll put it simply. This was actually a really good episode this week. So if you do go off and watch it, there was some good wrestling, and it was moving forward to the live show in a couple of weeks. So I think it's worth a watch if you got an hour 30.
I do like that they're doing live shows now, because now it's kind of feeling like NXT, and they're on the same wavelength as NXT, because NXT builds to their premium live events and they build to their live shows. So it seems like TNA is going in that direction.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, I wish that they were putting more emphasis on the live show coming up on the 20th. I thought that the Knockouts Championship match would be there. I thought maybe the Jake Something and Joe Hendry match would have been there. Obviously, if with Jake Something, you couldn't have done it on the 20th. He is injured. That's what it is. It's nothing salacious. Jake's injured. Sorry if that's a spoiler for TNA for next week, but
He put that out on social media. He
did. But not everyone's on social media following as much. And then they just did the challenge yesterday for Hendry to face Jake Something next week on the show for the TNA title. So they're doing that match. So I feel bad spoiling for those who don't keep track of that stuff, but here we are. Yeah, they haven't built anything for the show on the 20th, but otherwise, like, they've got a pretty loaded card next week. Like, they're doing EY versus Josh Alexander in his last match. They're doing the Knockouts Championship match, Savannah Evans and Masha Slamovich. They're doing the TNA title match with Hendry and Something. And there's something else that I'm missing that's looking pretty good on the card. Oh, Kazarian and Sami Callihan. So that exists. Yeah. But I'll bring old Manser out to do something, which is always fun.
I like that promo from Manser and SDL on last night's show.
Yeah, I like how they're just like, we're together, the TNA digital media champions. And then Tom Hannafin's like, well, actually, no, they're not. There's been no confirmation that those two are the champs, but good for them.
Yeah, they took the titles away from them. They don't recognize them. Cowardly.
That's outrageous.
Bunch of jerks. They're going to take those titles, hang them up above the ring, and then give them back for a week before they put them back above the ring when they do a ladder match.
Oh my God, that annoyed me too.
That was the funniest shit ever. Like, why did they do that? Why did they get the titles back? Cody was like, come back. I need them. I need my title, please.
It's like my entrance, doesn't hit the same without the belt.
Yeah, he's got to walk to the Aldis walkout.
He has to take it to all the appearances and everything. You can't, deny him that.
Why not just give him the replica like they did the PCO? What, they don't trust that Cody Rhodes will take care of the replica? Maybe he'll take a big old hammer to it?
Maybe.
He has before.
That was a throne. That's very different. Can I sit on this title belt? No? Then I won't hit it. Anyway, that was TNA talk for this week.
Way too much TNA talk. What are we doing around here?
Just give me a serious feud for Joe Hendry. That's all I'm asking for. Make Joe Hendry a worthwhile champion.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
It's going to be funny when we get to April and the serious contender is going to be, Frankie Kazarian.
Oh boy!
You've killed the show with the TNA talk, Joel. I hope you're happy.
I don't think it was ever alive.
The TNA men's division, or the NXT men's division. I want to figure out who's worse. What's worse?
If Josh Alexander goes to the NXT men's division, then the NXT men's division is okay.
That's true.
That's pretty much the only saving grace. Yeah, someone mentioning Mustafa Ali. He's looking good. Ali's gonna have that title by the end of the year or next year. I still stand by the who's next. It's Santana. Santana's gonna have that title.
Yeah, I think it's Santana as well. They seem to, even Josh Alexander. He done a couple of media interviews and he was heavily praising Mike Santana, saying that Santana was next up.
Yeah, there's no reason not to do it. They should have done it at Genesis, but I get that they want to maybe wait until he's on home turf at Slammiversary. And again, I think Frankie Kazarian's going to be walking into Slammiversary with that title, and it'll be a good babyface versus heel match. And it won't be the match that everyone wants to talk about because the moment will be enough, just like Jay versus Gunther. It'll be whatever the car crash Hardys match is going to be because it's the Hardys.
Wait, what's going to headline?
I don't know what's going to headline at UBS. I think it'll be a multi-match affair, similar to what Bound for Glory was, right? They ended up doing the Hardys match last because they honey-dicked Joe Hendry, but they were putting Joe Hendry as like a main event caliber match. I wouldn't be surprised if they do Frankie Kazarian, who was the TNA champion at that time, against Mike Santana for the title, but they also do a really big Hardys match that people get invested in. A car crash match.
When Santana winning the title is going to headline.
Again, if it's against Frankie Kazarian, then they got to find a reason to make that, a sexy moment.
Well,
You're telling me they can't heat up? They can't heat up Frankie Kazarian?
Santana winning the title is the moment.
It is the moment. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, you could do it, but I don't know if people are going to buy into Frankie Kazarian as the champion going into this thing. But you could do it. You just got to heat up Frankie and make him less of a caricature of a wrestler from the 90s. He can wrestle. He's good. It's just his character right now is over the top 90s wrestling heel, where he's like, I was cutting a 5-star promo, brother. And it's like, shut up. Just go wrestle, please.
Do a little bit of the wrestles, please.
Yeah, him and Leon Slater should have another match. I mean that sincerely. Leon Slater's great.
Yeah. He was good in that matchup last night with the Sips.
They gave him everything, and he definitely delivered. Leon Slater is going to be the X Division champion. He's next up. He should beat Moose. They have good chemistry. They should have a great match. That's what I would do if I had the book. The Pencil Brother. Sorry, now
I'm pretty sure you do because you predict everything correctly. So you probably.
Spitfire is going to drop those tag titles to the Elegances soon enough.
You're still waiting on that one. That one to drop.
I think that's the live show title change.
I can see that.
Do that again because they're doing that match again. I know they are.
I can see it.
What's happening on Collision this week? Is anything fun happening?
I don't know.
Collision. You got Mark Briscoe going one-on-one with Kyle Fletcher. You got Thunder Rosa going one-on-one with Penelope Ford. You got a big three-way trios matchup of the Undisputed Kingdom versus Daddy Magic, Cool Hand or Cool Dad Ange, and the TNT champion Daniel Garcia versus Shane Taylor Promotions, Lee Moriarty, and Infantry.
You guys remember the TNT Championship?
No.
I do. I watch Collision.
You remember the last time the TNT title was... When was the last time it was defended?
It was a couple weeks ago. It was a triple threat.
They did the triple threat. That's right.
Yeah. Like last week, Last week was...
We remember this stuff. Daniel Garcia's having matches, brother. Just going out there having matches.
Not having many title matches or many singles matches.
Well, what can you do?
It's fine.
He's defended the TNT title 3 times. So
3 times, and he won it how long ago?
November.
Yeah.
It's once a month on average.
Yeah. Three
TV
title defenses in 3 months. All
right, it's a television title, I guess. Better than the Continental Champion. Bitch.
I mean, he did go through a grueling 1-month tournament, so he needed a break.
Yeah, that's usually what.
Then he defended it in January. He beat Tomohiro Ishii.
Everyone beats him.
AEW hater Joel Pearl is here. That's what he's really here for.
Oh, this guy.
An AEW hater.
No,
we're revealing who's behind the parody account.
Stop it. That's me. But first of all, we've already established that Kazuchika Okada that week was my favorite wrestler because he did the thing that everyone should do: kick a guy in the dick and then hit your finish. And who did that this week on Dynamite? Ricochet. Is Ricochet my favorite
No, he
wrestler
did.
this week? Hey, he got his hands up and hit him in the dick.
It was an innocent thing. It was he did not mean to do.
Ricochet was
happened.
praying. Please don't hit
Exactly.
me with this stomp. Please don't hit me.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like Lexus King for those 2 weeks on NXT, hitting someone in the dick and then hard turn that week. Ricochet's going to come out and be like, oh, I meant to hit him in the dick. And we're all going to be like, yes, you did, Ricochet.
You
Yes,
should have
did.
stabbed him in the dick. See,
That's right.
We're talking about dick talk around here. You got on us for talking too much dick, and now you're riding the dick just as anybody else is.
That's fine. Are
around
the Dick Riders going to be on Collision this week?
Big Dick Rider.
I don't know who the Dick Riders are, but the D Riders are.
Same thing.
Death riders. I wish they do more death, less riding.
Well, they're going to
Whoa.
ride or die. It means nothing to them. Dick Kick Rick. That's what they need to start calling Ricochet. Dick Kick Rick.
I respect it. I like that name.
Makes Ricky Starks Dicky Kicky Ricky.
Dicky Kicky Ricky. What? What? Stop this. Stop it.
What is wrong with y'all?
Where do you want to start? How much time do you have?
Stop it.
I'm just trying to help y'all get to 2 hours. That's all.
We're good. We talked about Def Rebel for some reason. I mean,
Yeah, it was on a thumbnail. You want to do that.
Yeah, I know. Well, there wasn't no breaking news or anything that happened between yesterday and today. It was pretty chill day, which I respect. I like. I don't like doing too much work because I already do enough work. So
This is true.
Did you talk about Mercedes Moné making her House of Glory appearance March 15th?
Oh, that should be good.
Get your tickets now. It's probably sold out. Who am I kidding? Who's she
Yeah.
facing? I don't know, but she'll be there.
Matter.
Doesn't matter. So
Doesn't
go to House
matter.
of Glory.
It's Mercedes Moné in New York on an indie show. Like that's gonna be sold out.
Is there AEW doing a show there in Brown March around that time?
No, but that's the same week as WWE at Madison Square Garden.
So are you trying to tell me that AEW is working with House of Glory in some sort of coup to take fans away from Madison Square Garden using Mercedes Moné?
I'm not saying that, but I'm not taking it out the realm of possibility.
Is she going to win the House of Glory? Does House of Glory have a women's championship? I don't know anymore.
Yeah,
it's
they do.
another belt.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Who's
Yeah,
who
Megan
yeah,
Bane's
holds
the
it?
champion. Megan Bane's
Megan
the champion.
Bane? Oh, she's going to win that damn title then. Mercedes is going to beat Megan Bane, and they're going to start a whole thing.
And
They're going
Mercedes,
to do a whole thing.
Mercedes praised Megan Bane in the new Monet mag. So she's setting that up.
Yeah, because she's afraid. Megan Bane is a badass. She's going to beat everyone and take their titles. Start with Mercedes and move your way up. But that actually, I would like to see Megan Bane and Mercedes start off as like I beat you at House of Glory and make it a whole thing. I wouldn't mind that.
Wouldn't
That'd be a
mind
fun
that.
little story. Be fun.
Wouldn't mind that
Harley
at all.
Cameron comes into House of Glory and helps Mercedes.
I mean, I feel really bad for Joe Hendry and Kendrick Lamar because they're gonna have the second and third best concert that we saw this week because Harley Cameron's on Collision with a live concert. Halftime Harley.
This is a very important question. Grace is asking, when can I buy a Monet puppet? That needs to be
Never.
marketed and sold immediately.
Yes.
Never.
Me and Kate were talking about that for like 30 minutes yesterday.
Yeah,
on the-
Mercedes
on
should
the
be
podcast.
getting a big ass cut of that with Harley and just put it out on the shelves.
Well, good luck to people wanting that.
Yeah.
And we also added a stipulation to their matchup that if Harley loses, she has to become Mercedes' personal assistant because Mercedes never been this entertaining on AEW television until Harley.
I thought you were about to say she's got to become Mercedes' personal puppet. I'm like, oh,
that works too. That works.
That's not very comfortable. You don't have your hand up, you just oi.
Okay. We've reached the ending portion of our show.
You're welcome.
I don't think you're gonna give puppets, everybody. Maybe.
Just get a Lily doll and just put a wig on it, and That might work for some.
Maybe that could work for some. I don't know. It'll work for everybody. It could work for some.
We never figured out who would win between the Lily puppet and the Monet puppet. We never got our answer.
I thought we did. The Monet puppet's not taking the pinfall, brother. Like,
yeah, but the Lily puppet would hold out for more money.
would hold out for the bus. Gotta have the bus on
the bus.
Yeah.
God bless. The bus is now the biggest drawing card in a WWE contract. I love it.
That match is never going to happen. There's too many obstacles. It's like a Jake Paul and Canelo Alvarez fight. Just can't put it together. It's going to fall apart.
It's all right. That's what we're here for.
Do you want to do the outro, Joel? Since you're here, do you want to tell everybody to follow you on the mouthful?
There you go.
You guys are talking about dick all day, and now you want to talk about mouthfuls?
Oh, yeah, no.
We'll be back on Monday. I will be there. That is the plan. I'm back home on Sunday.
Don't promise.
I'll be back home. I'll be back home on Sunday, so I should be on the show on
Allegedly.
Monday. Allegedly, I will be there. Thanks again to SP3 for holding down today. Glad I could hang out with y'all for at least a little bit. Jeremy, you're here too. I am at Joel Pearl or at thejoelpearl.com on Blue Sky. Yes, it's a mouthful, as Jeremy alluded to, but my mouth is full for you. Jeremy, SP3, take it home.
SP3, let everybody know where they can find you at.
You can find me on the Twitter machine at TrueHillSP3. I will be live later today around 2, 3. I don't know. I'll wait till Romeo makes a thumbnail. 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern time for our NJPW New Beginning in Osaka preview. The show coming up next Tuesday. Me and Jay News will be breaking down the card for the show. So join us live over on True Hill Heat. And I'll be live tomorrow, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time, the True Hill Heat flagship podcast with myself, Miss Chrissy Love, Top Guy JJ, and True Draw Josh. So join us for that.
And it is Friday, and in honor of Friday,
Big Dick Rider. Mana, the final boss. And here we go. This is how good. The final. God damn, that's good shit.
everybody get your dicks out and drink your mana. God damn, that's good shit. Take care, everyone. Enjoy your basketball. Enjoy your football. Enjoy your wrestling. Chet's back tonight. That's all that matters. Bye.